Good afternoon, traders. Welcome back to Trading Wars. So I'm just going to double check the audio, make sure everything is good. I see that we have a lot of new faces in here tonight, and I'm very happy that we got such a great turnout. We're going to be changing the world. We're going to be changing lives. We're going to be making a lot of money. That's the game plan. Hello, everyone. I'm waiting. This is Yorda. Okay, welcome. So first things first, before we get into everything, where's everyone listening from tonight? Let me know where you guys are listening from, what state, what country, whatever. I just want to know, and I'm going to put you guys up on the screen, and I'm going to share you guys out there so that we can get a better idea of where everyone's at tonight. And let's talk about the game plan, what I want to do today. I want to go through the option plays, and I want to discuss how you guys can enter. I want to take any of your questions. I also want to look at if you guys have any stock picks, any chart requests. We can look at all of that. And I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of different stuff today because it's time. All right, so let's see what we got in the house so far. We have Margot from Minnesota, Pao Fang from California, Rupin from LA, Kenneth from Michigan, Beasting from North Carolina, The Trade Paradox, Connecticut, Ayaz, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Welcome. Lazy from Miami, fellow Florida right here. Phil from Chico. Is that California? I think so. Charmed, Midwest. Oh shit, it's going so fast I can't even catch up. Anyways, DN Rock, Chicago, Andrea, Houston, welcome back, Andrea. Bill, Central New York, Blues Rock Addict, good evening all. He's a man. Chris, Knoxville, Asif, Sugarland, Texas, Casey, Dallas, Jim from Toronto. Raj is from, do you enter within the 30 minutes? Okay. There's a bunch of more, you guys. All right. There's too much, actually. I'm used to only having like 10 people or 15 people in the chat. So sorry if I didn't call you out. But anyways, let's discuss Caterpillar. So Caterpillar, let's go back to the daily chart. So Caterpillar was the option play today that went for 10 times your money. Okay. And I shared it with you guys for absolutely free. So if you put in $1,000, you would have made 10 grand. If you put in 10 grand, you would have made 100 grand. If you put in 100 grand, you would have made $1 million. All right. And that's life-changing money. And what my job is, what I can do is give you the education behind it and, what I've learned over the years. Okay. So what I'm going to do first of all is I am going to hit the replay button and show you guys what I was thinking at the time if it works. Okay. It's not going to work. Anyway, so let me just pretend like that candle didn't exist. Okay. So whenever I run the scanner, I still get hundreds of picks, guys. So for me to come up with a list of 4 or 5 stocks, it takes me a lot of time because I need to go through every single chart and see which ones have the potential for the biggest moves. So the scanner is just one step in this game. It's not everything that you need in order to succeed. And, I try my best to take 100 or 200 picks and bring it down to 4 or 5 that we can trade. And what I really liked on Caterpillar, let's look at the price action. So on Caterpillar, one of the patterns that I really like is a double inside day. Okay, so double inside day means that this bar closed within this bar and this bar closed within this bar. So every day the range is getting tighter and it's getting more choppy. Okay, so let me ask you guys a quick question. So if you are a trader, you trade options, if the stock is consolidating, what happens to option premiums? All right, so that's the question. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway today. I'm going to be giving away some time in my swing trading room, and I'm going to be giving away some of my books and some of my material. So I'm going to be looking for the people that are active in the chat. All right. And another thing, if you guys wouldn't mind, is my channel got approved for monetization. So I added the super chat feature and I added the tip feature, donation feature. I don't know if it works. But if throughout this presentation you get any value, send me $1 just because I just want to see if it works. That's it. All right. So anyways, back to here. So those who said it decays is very right. Okay. So one of the things that I look for is I look for premiums that are decaying. Okay. I want to play picks and stocks that the options are decaying because I'm going to get a good deal, right? I'm going to get a good deal because the volatility is dying out. The time is running out on the premium. And that's what you see today in Caterpillar. The 215 puts that we were looking at were trading for 70 cents because of time decay. So the first thing that I do is I scan the market for inside bars, double inside bars, outside, inside, various patterns, and then I break it down and I find my top picks. So why I really also like Caterpillar is you could see that in the past, Caterpillar had this major support back on the 25th of March, 2021, and we bounced here significantly, right? So I knew coming into today, if we could break down these levels here, that we could flush because there would be a lot of trapped shorts. Okay, so that's why I was very interested in playing this pick. So let's talk about how you can actually enter the trade. So we know the first step is the scan. Okay, so we run the scan, we get the list. From there, we have to go through the stocks and we have to say, well, which ones can actually move? And what I like doing personally is looking for trap traders. So I know when we come here that there's going to be trap bulls because you see these two candles, these are hammer wicks. So the bulls were buying 2 days before. So I knew if we broke down, we could flush because we had 2 days worth of trap bulls and we also had any bull that was using this as support. So therefore, we can have a major breakdown. Okay. So that's why Caterpillar is primed for a move today. All right. So do you guys understand step one? Step one is finding stocks that are consolidating that are ready to make a move so that we can get option premiums at a cheap price. Please post a 1 in the chat if you guys are following me so far. All right. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're following me so far, and then I'm going to move on to the 5-minute chart. Okay, I see a lot of ones. Well, I learned something new already. Oh, where did my friend go? Taking notes like crazy. Let's go. Let's do it. What scanner do you use? I use either Tradingview, not Tradingview, Trendspider or Thinkorswim, and we can talk about that after. I see so many ones. I can't even keep a track anymore. All right, so let's proceed. So we identified that Caterpillar was ready to make a move today. Okay, so now what we have to do, there's 2 ways that we can play the option. There's 2 ways. The first way, so if we go to the 5-minute chart here, this is the level that I marked, 217.02. Okay, so that was the level of support that I was watching. So this is the first 5-minute candle right here, 9:30. Okay, so 9:30, we hold the support. You see that? We hold the support. There were bulls here. Okay, so the first way that you can trade it is you're gonna take the put when it breaks the level. Okay, when it breaks the level. So you could have gotten in right here when it broke through the level like this and bought your puts right there. Okay, and then all you have to do is you write it down, you scale out. Okay, you start taking off profits, and what you need to do is you need to be able to draw the Fibonacci's in order to have a good trailing stop loss. All right, so that's option 1. Option 2 is very advanced. It's for traders like me that have a lot of experience in the market. And because of that, I can get a better entry than you. Okay, and I'm going to show you what I do. So this might be a little bit complicated for some people, but be aware. I have resources to teach you how to do it. So it might seem a little confusing, but you'll get it. Just stick with the process. Okay, so what I noticed is the first leg. Okay, so this is a Fibonacci leg. This is what we call an impulsive leg. Okay, so there was this leg into the close. Okay, and now I'm going to show you guys the secrets. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Fibonacci from the high to the low of that leg. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that is the impulsive leg. This is the push into the close. So when we start pushing up here, when we tag the 618 and the 786, I'm going to be already buying puts. Okay? The chart is going to be green. But I'm going to be buying puts because I understand the power of Fibonacci. I can see it before it happens. Okay? But if you're a conservative trader, all you have to do is just wait for this inverted hammer to close with the rejection on the Fibonacci. So you can just, as soon as this closes, you see the rejection on the Fibonacci, you buy the puts right there. So you're anticipating that we break the level before we break it. Okay? So this is what I call front running. This is option 2. We call it front running. You want to use major Fibonacci legs and candlestick patterns in order to front run the trade before it breaks the level. And why would you want to do that? Because you're going to get the option premium for a very, very dirt cheap price. Okay? So does that make sense? Hit me with the 1 if that makes sense, and let me answer some questions. The true paradox says rejects the golden zone. Beautiful. Don't need to look at extended hours. You can, but I don't. So I just try to keep it consistent and not look at any extended hours because extended hours can give you mixed signals. All right. So you guys are following me. Okay, good. So what we can do is we can either wait for the level to break and then buy the puts, or we can front run and buy the puts using important Fibonacci legs and other candlestick patterns. Okay, so that one, like this right here, this is the best option play that I've had the whole year. It was just like, look at this sell off here. Like you usually don't get this, but when you do get it, you gotta enjoy it, and you gotta make the money when it's there. Charm says, definitely learned $1's worth already. Awesome. Wait, did I get a donation? Wait, hold on. Let me see. I'm actually interested if this thing works. It says charge lamb steak 99 cents. Is that real? Shit, why can't I see it now? I don't know if that's real. I'll have to check my account after, but thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that. Like, legitimately, what I want to do, guys, I'll tell you the truth. What I want to do is I want to teach everybody for free and not really sell anything. Like, if I could teach everybody for free on YouTube and people can just donate as they feel like they're getting value from me, that would make me happy. You know what I mean? That would make me happy. If people could tip me if they feel like I'm giving them value, that's what would make me very happy. All right. So we did Caterpillar. Does anybody have any questions on Caterpillar? If any, let me know if you guys have any questions on Caterpillar. And if not, let's move on. We could take a look at UPS. Okay. Thanks for sharing the knowledge. Any SL on the trade? I'm not sure what SL means. Stop loss? Oh, stop. That's a good question. Thanks for sharing the knowledge. Okay. So this is a very good question from Charlie here. So when I take these plays, I'm getting the weekly expiry on Friday. So when you take option plays, you need to understand that you're going to risk between 50 to 100% of the premium. It's very hard to manage a stop loss on an option contract because it moves very, very quickly. So normally what I do is whatever I put into the option, I'm willing to lose it. Okay. So right now, so you guys saw like my swing trading account, I have $71,000 in there. Okay. So let me give you an example. So if I'm using 1% of that account, I have $700 to use. So what I do is I will basically buy $700 worth or maximum $1,400, which is 2% worth of options, and understand that I could lose it all. Okay, that is the most simplest way to do it. You can also put the stop loss based on the underlying stock price. But it'll have to be like you can do a conditional order saying like, okay, if it turns around and hits this price on the stock, take me out. So you can do that also. But I like to keep it simple and say, okay, what I put in, I'm willing to lose. But today, days like today, when you hit Caterpillar and you make 10 times your money, it doesn't matter, right? So when you're playing options, you need to understand the risk, and you need to be willing to take the reward. All right. That's very, very important. It's not like trading stocks. When I'm trading stocks in the swing trading room, when I'm swinging trades over weeks, it doesn't matter because there's no time decay. So I can hold something forever. But with options, you have time decay. So you have to make decisions quicker. I have my brother right here, Srini, another $1. Thank you very much. Can you replay on TradingView? I want to replay, but for some reason it's not working. I don't know why. Let me refresh. Let's see if we can get it. Can you explain how to take profits along the way? Good question. So let's see. That's one of my alerts from my swing room. Oh, okay. So here we go. So let's do this. All right, so let's do some simulation. Okay, so here we go. This is the first bar of the day. And we'll talk about taking profits along the way. We'll talk about that, okay? So here's the first bar of the day, 9:30. So remember I said this level here, 217.02 was a major support. If you are exceptionally quick, as soon as the price hits 127, you could have bought calls. You could have bought calls right there when it tagged 217. You could have had a conditional order on. So the conditional order would have said, when Caterpillar touches 217, fill me on calls. You could have done that. You could have bought calls right there, and then you could have been out on the next bar, which is right there. Okay, so let's go back. Why is it playing without me? Okay, wait, let me do this again. I messed up. Okay, here we go. Okay, there we go. So if you are like trading on a 1 minute time chart, let's go to 1 minute. Okay, so on the 1 minute, you can see the first 1 minute bar is holding the support. So right there, you can buy calls. Okay, you can buy calls right away. So that's an option. But what I was looking for was the put play, because I just understood that if we break this level, there's a lot more downside. Okay, so I'm gonna hit forward, right? So now what I'm doing while this is happening is I'm already have this Fibonacci drawn on the first 5 minute candle. I have it drawn like this. Okay, I already have the Fibonacci drawn from high to low. So before this bar forms, okay, I'm looking. Well, the 618 is here and the 786 is here. So I can add puts when we come into these levels because I know these are areas where we can flip. Okay, so as soon as we come to the 786, look at this. As soon as we touch it, we push a bit and then we flip instantly. Wham! See that? This is the power of the Fibonacci. And then from here, so let's say I put in $1,400 in puts right there. Okay, so right there, I know, okay, either if it comes back up above, if it breaks this swing high, or if it breaks this high, then I'm going to be out, or I'm willing to let the option go to zero. That's what I'm saying in my head. All right, and then we watch what happens next, right? So we go forward, boom, right there. So the person that's asking how to scale out, this is what you're going to use. And don't tell anybody I told you this. You see, these are what we call Fibonacci extensions. And all of these are outlined in my YouTube videos and in my book. So what you want to do is when we make a new low, when we start touching these levels, you want to start scaling out at least 25 to 50% of your position. And then once you get down here, then what you can do is start trailing the big candles. The big ones, not the small ones, because the big ones have the most volume. Does that make sense? So what you want to do now, let's keep playing. So I'm just going to trail the big candles. I trail here. This is another long wick. I'm trailing here. I'm trailing here. Okay. You can, right here, you can have your trailing stop right there. And look, you're still in the game. You didn't get stopped out. Now move it down here. Now move it down here. Keep going. Here, okay, I'm still up here. What happens next? Okay, we're okay. We're okay. I'm going to still keep it right here. If I make a new low, I'm willing to put it here. Let's see what happens. Okay, boom. So now we make a new low. Now the stop loss is up here. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm going to bring it down to this one now. Boom, another one. Look at this. Crazy. Now I'm going to bring it here. Let's keep going. And I'll probably be out right there. Do you guys see that? So we have a $25 donation from my brother, Blues Rock Addict. Thank you very much, brother. You're always here, and I really appreciate you. I really, really do. Thank you for making this possible. Appreciate you, brother. All right. So that's it. So that's an example how you can write it all the way down. And look, you get pretty much all of the move. Let's see what else it plays out on the day. Press play. Okay. So look, we would have gotten out right here. That's pretty much the exact lowest point that you can get out at. All right. So hit me with a 1 if you understood how I walked you through that process. And also, if you learned something from there, hit me with a 2. So I want to see 1s and 2s. Says of the stock, not the contract. Correct. Of the stock. That's right. Yeah, we want to look at the stock. Okay, we got a lot of 1s and 2s, so we're good. Okay, so most people that follow me have a copy of my book, Fibonacci Fundamentals. Most people know what I do with fibs. That's how I got pretty popular on Twitter at first, was through Fibonacci trading, right? So I have a whole YouTube playlist for free on Fibonacci trading. Okay, so if you want to watch those videos and learn, please do that. Fibonacci is very, very, very important because Fibonacci is getting in on the pullback. Do you guys understand that? You're getting in on the pullback. Look at this. When the price is up here, you are buying the puts. You're buying it when it's up there. So your premium is going to be dirt cheap. This is why Fibonacci is important when you are doing, if you get in on the breakout, you're still going to make money. Don't get me wrong. You're going to make money, but your premium is going to be higher. All right. Oh man, we got some more donations. What's going on? We have $25 from Border, from Mr. Zozo. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Joe, my brother Joe, $4.99. That's my guy right there. He's been supporting me for a very long time. I really appreciate that. We have Eliza VD with a $5 donation. Awesome. Thank you very much. I haven't seen you before, so welcome. All right. All right. So let us move on to another topic, but I'm going to be doing some giveaways today, and I'm going to be giving away 2 copies of my new book right here, guys. So I spent the last 2 hours putting this whole together. I never had a PayPal button before, so I figured it all out and I put it together there. But basically what I did, my original book, Fibonacci Fundamentals, I added a section on options at the end, and how you can use Fibonacci with them. And you already know the price has to be 88.6 because that's the secret Fibonacci level. So I'm going to give away 2 copies of this. Anybody that has my first book, Fibonacci Fundamentals, you're going to get this book for free. So you don't have to pay anything else. Okay. Anyone that bought my first book, you get this one for free. So just DM me with your receipt from the first book, and I will send you this book for free. Okay. I won't charge you guys more for that. And what else did I want to say? Yeah, and I'm still doing the bonus. If you buy the book, you get 1 month for free in the private swing trading room. All right. And then another thing that I did recently was I updated the swing trading room a little bit. I added this Discord here for you guys to see like how I do it. And then I also put this video down here, a trading recap on DraftKings. No, sorry, I got rid of the DraftKings ones. GM. The DraftKings ones, the audio was messed up. All right. So that's what I do, guys. Okay. All my results are here. The one thing you'll see about me is I share my results. I don't hide them. Like let's talk about this topic. Let's talk about winning streaks and losing streaks. Okay. So I've been on a roll lately, making a lot of money in options, but I've also been on losing streaks. And I want to show you guys the real life of a trader, what really happens. So January, this is my swing trades. I started off with 20 winners, 5 losers. February, 15 winners, 10 losers. And then in March, it was basically 12 winners and 12 losers. And at this point, right here, my psychology was messed up. I'm not going to lie. My psychology was destroyed because it's just like you're trading, you're paying commissions, you're going through all of this work and you're not seeing any results. But what happens the next month? April, 14 winners, 2 losers. May, 19 winners, 4 losers. Okay? See that? This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys about being consistent, understanding what your edge is, your system, trade your system, follow your rules, and stick with it. If you haven't traded something for a full year, you don't know if it's profitable or not. So please use me as an example of trading through tough times and good times. There's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times. So just make sure you're there to weather the storm. Remember this, you're trading, what you're doing a business. You're trading a business. Okay, it's a business. And if you have one day of bad sales, you're not going to close down your store. All right? That's what you got to think about. All right. So let's get back to the charts. Trade paradox, do you know what your win rate is? My win rate is 70% on the year so far. So pretty high. Probably won't stay like that, but maybe it could. Depending on, there's been a lot of chop recently in the market, so it really depends. Real one, share the good and the bad. Thank you. Okay, hoping to get on this. Hope you recorded. I want to hear more and more. Yep, we have this recorded right here. Market changes, exactly. The market goes through cycle, guys. The biggest secret about trading is that the market is just like the 4 seasons in nature. There's summer, spring, winter, and fall. There's times where everything is great, and there's times where everything sucks. And what makes you a professional trader and what makes you profitable is the ones that stick through it all. Okay, so when you come here to this battlefield and you want to make money, you have to be willing to stick it out. So brethren to all, did you use inside bar on cat trade? So I took the inside bars from the daily chart. This is what I call a concept called time frame alignment. So I took these 2 inside bars from the daily chart right here. Okay. And then using that, this gave me the bias or the edge that I needed in order to day trade. My brother right here, Amish, with 25. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate that greatly. Honestly, guys, this right here is my dreams coming true. So thank you very much. My biggest goal is to be an educator and to help people. I've been doing it for all my life. I was a teaching assistant in university, and with CPA, I teach students and help them pass their exams. And I just love teaching, and I wanted to do it with something that I have a passion for, which is trading. And today's the day. Today is the day that I achieved it. So thank you very much. Would you buy calls 1 to 2 months out? At the bottom, yeah. So you can do option layering. So you can buy like this week, next week, a few weeks out. Like if you're really bullish long term on cat, or sorry, if you're really bearish long term on cat, you just layer in your options, right? Thank you for sharing knowledge. Really appreciate it. No, I appreciate you. What an awesome soul. Thank you, brother. All right, let's look at UPS now. Right? Okay. So Here is, so let's go to the daily chart and let's look at what I saw on UPS. Okay. So this is called the Holy Grail. Why should you not hold a week's options? I'm not sure I understand. What's the max you hold a weekly for? Well, what you want to do is you want to scale out. So whenever you buy something, you want to scale out, and then you want to get your stop loss to break even, and then you want to hold it as long as you can. So if you're trailing, you trail until you get stopped out. See what I mean? So today I'm going to teach you guys the Holy Grail pattern. So this is the Holy Grail pattern for UPS. So this indicator, this is a free indicator on TradingView called the outside bar reversal, but for some reason it's not picking up all the bars anymore. So I just hit it. But let's just make sure you guys know how to add the inside bar indicator. Okay. So the good news is I'm actually sponsored by TradingView finally. So TradingView finally has acknowledged me, and they gave me a code that anyone can use to get $30 off their plan. So I'm a part of their affiliate program. So I'm really happy to share TradingView stuff because I've been using it for many years. And it's about time they acknowledge it, because I feel like I'm one of the only ones that really use TradingView still. I see most people using Trendspider. I love Trendspider too. Don't get me wrong, but there's some things that I need them to work on before I can fully use the platform. So here we go. So this is what we call the Holy Grail. This is an outside plus an inside bar. So let's hit the replay button, right? So when I run the scanners, it comes up to me like this. Okay. It comes up to me like this. Outside, inside. So what the outside bar means is that the high and the low of the outside bar broke the previous day's high and low. So what it means is that we trapped both sides. We broke to the long side and the bulls buying the breakout got trapped. And then we broke to the downside and the bears got trapped also. So right there, guys, we have an outside bar. Then the next bar is an inside bar. And we can see right here, see this arrow? This is how I can tell if it's an inside bar. So what you got to do here, you go in here in indicators, you type in inside bar. And then you just hit this one here that says CMA. That's all you got to do. You hit that, and then it's going to come up here, and then you can change the colors to whatever you want. So for me, I like putting everything in blue. So we have the outside and then the inside day. So let me ask you guys a question. If you have a day where we break the previous day's high, come back in, we break the previous day's low, come back in, then we have another day where we're completely trapped in the range, what do you think is going to happen to options premiums? What do you guys think are going to happen to option premiums if we have an outside plus inside bar pattern? Let me know what you guys think. And I'm going to read some of these messages here. I got a few people that said, I loved your code. I love your code. Honestly, perfect. Okay, I'll show you guys how to do that. Right? So there we go. So we have it here, decay, down. Okay, decay. Exactly. So the premium is getting crushed. This is where you used to be a buyer before on calls. You used to be a buyer right here. That's you. You see that little wick right there? That's you. You used to come in here and buy calls right there and then get turned around and get destroyed. Okay? But you ain't going to do that anymore. You're not going to do that anymore because I'm here now. Okay? So we are on another level because we come to the market and we're like, all right, let's go shopping. Let's see what's on a discount right now. Let's see which option premiums got destroyed. Let's do that. So that's why we run the scanners. Do you guys understand now why we run the scanners? We run the scanners so we can find people that have been, you know what? And our job as a trader is to exploit trapped traders. We must exploit them because they need to learn. And we will teach them, and then they will come to our stream and then learn the right way. Okay? So options have been destroyed. Premiums have been destroyed right here. So now we're going to go into the 5-minute chart. Okay? Oh, I have to hit play. Okay? So let's do this together. Let's do this together. All right. Boom. Okay, first bar. So somebody tell me right now, what can we do with this first bar? For those of you that have been following me for a long time, what can we do with this bar? Somebody tell me, what can we do with this bar? How do we play that first bar? All right. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you guys a Telegram while we go through that. So yes, so the newsletter is in the Telegram. Okay. Make sure you're in the Telegram, because if I ever get banned on Twitter for speaking the truth, this is where I'm going to be. So I'm copy that here, paste that right in there. Make sure you're in that, guys. Okay. The newsletter is right here. Show you that real quick. So here's a newsletter. Basically, the purpose of the newsletter is to give you free setups. That's it. I have some instructions on how you can do it. I give you the scan. These are the results of my scanners. These are mostly like swing trade ideas. And I give you some charts. Okay. I give you some education. I give you the win rate table. We're going to talk about this before we leave tonight. We have to. And then here are all my free resources to watch. And here are the codes. So if you're going to use the Tradingview code right there, $30 off any plan, please use this link. It's going to help me out a lot. Because eventually I want to have such a big influence on Tradingview that they're going to listen to what I'm telling them they need to do that to make their platform better and to make their footprint better. They need to have a bigger footprint because it's a good platform. Okay. All right. Back to where we were. Oops, wrong place. Oh, no. One sec. Oh, okay, here we go. So orb. There we go. So for the people that have been following me for a while, you guys know it. The orb, we can just do the opening range breakout. Okay. So we know that the bigger level is down here. Okay. So we know that, okay, if we come and break the low of this first 5-minute bar, we can take this thing for a run and we can possibly break through the pivot low. So the daily chart low. So all we do right here is I'm going to draw a line and we're going to short right there. When it breaks this low, we're going to buy puts. Okay. And then we're going to press play. Or should I do forward? Yeah, forward. Boom. So right there, it breaks through the low. You're filled. Okay. Now let's let it play. There we go. That's it. Like right there, you could probably make 60 or 70% return. You see that? Right there, you can make 60 to 70% return. Right there. Like literally right there. So we take the opening range breakout, we flush through everything, and then what we'll start doing is we're going to start trailing up here. Okay, now let's ride this out. Okay, we're trailing here. Trailing. Okay, so we can come off right here if we break it. No, we're still good. Trailing. Okay, still trailing. We're still in the trade. Okay, still in the trade. Okay, so right here, my stop is up here. That's it. So I'm out. So you could take that whole move from here, guys. Like that's absolutely insane. Like literally insane. My brother Eric, $1.99. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate that. That's going towards Starbucks tomorrow morning. Tradingview data looks very liquid. I think I have something set up wrong right now. But when I use Interactive Broker is my broker. So when I put the trades through, it goes through that platform and their charts. We could also look at a 15-minute, right? If you want to be a little bit more patient. So here we go. Here's the 15-minute chart. Here's the first candle. It breaks through your level right there. It closes below your level right there. As soon as this candle closes, you can buy puts right there. Okay, and the same thing. You trail until you get stopped out. If it had broken above that hammer, would you have bought calls instead? You definitely could have, Michael. You definitely could have, but because of the fact that we're opening so close to the previous day's low, I'm actually a little bit more bearish because I understand that I actually have a better risk to reward. If we break here, we can break here and then we can flush. Right? And that's why I'm more to the bearish side. Okay. Are you using stop loss with such a big spread? No. Basically, no. Yeah. So as for set options down my type on the future. Yeah. So and stocks. So you could just do this with stocks right here, right? Let's just say we set this up right here. We're gonna short the low here. We're gonna put our stop above the high of the first 5-minute bar. And let's just say we ride this thing down all the way down here. So let's say that's 20R. Okay. So if you risk $1,000 here, you can make 20 grand right there. Right? So you can use stock as well. Which put you buy, Paul? So I post the puts the night before. So I look for the one that has good volume and that's close to our strike, where I predict the strike is going to be. Thumbs up, appreciate it. Did you get the entry level from previous low? No, so like I said, right? You can use the first 5-minute bar, take the orb, take it down, or you can wait for it to break the low right there. Those are the two options. I'm incredibly new to trading. Are you buying calls and puts in the moment or the day before? Yeah, so these day trading options are actually happening within the day itself. So like right at the open, first 5 minutes, basically. Okay, thank you. All right, so there's some good examples there. So what do you guys think? Any more questions? Feel free to throw the questions at me. And hit me with a 1 if you guys are following the basics here, like you're okay. You understand what we're talking about. And what we'll do is we'll pull up SPY. And then we can look at SPY today. Okay, we got the 1s. We are good to go. Okay. So I'm about to show you something that is probably going to blow your mind. And be ready for this. So I wrote a section in my new book. I wrote a section on SPY about the benefits and why I like trading SPY options. Bill says, Rich, how do you handle multiple trades at the same time? Well, some trades, I have them set up the night before in the broker using conditional orders. And then the other trades, I'm just quick because I've been doing it for a long time. So we have this one here. Do you adjust your plan or how do you play the trade on the zero delta option plays? Honestly, Jaron, I don't care about the theta, gamma, beta, whatever. I don't care about any of that. All I do is I look for the options that have the premiums have been decaying so I can come in and get them at a good price. And I'm just looking for a quick move and then scale out and trail. That's it. You said when a stock hits certain price, is that, yeah. So that's called conditional orders. I wrote about that in my book also. But basically, like, look up what broker you have, and there's something called conditional orders. So you can say so let's say when Apple hits $110, buy me calls. So you can do that. So that way you can actually get into the option instrument using the actual stock price. Okay. Nicholas, just found you today. You're on your game. Trust me, brother. It's been a long grind. It's been a long grind. Okay, so I'm about to show you some shit. You know, be ready. Okay, so just watch this. 930 bars here. Okay. First leg of the day. We have this leg continuing from the close. We're going to draw the Fibonacci from the high to the low. Okay. Watch how perfect this is. Okay. So first leg from the previous day into the open. We touch the 618 almost identically, almost perfectly. Right here, we're going to do what? We're going to buy puts. Okay. As we make a new low, we're going to cover into the 0.169 and the 272, and we're going to trail some of them. Okay. So we take these puts here on the 618, we push it down, we trail out, and then we get stopped out on the rest of the position somewhere here. But we probably made right there 50 to 60%. So what do we do next? We have a limit order to buy calls when we touch the 272. Okay? We have a limit order to buy calls when we touch the 272. So we bought puts covered. We leave a little bit on. Then we buy calls here. Okay? Then what do we do with the calls? Okay, so we know that we had this first push down on the day, traded to the 272. So when we're coming back up here, what are we looking for? We're looking to get out on a new high. Okay, so here's the 9. This is the high of the day. When we break above here or when we touch this high, you have to scale out. You scale out, you put your stop loss on this bar for the rest, you get trailed out on the rest. That's fine. Okay, so now we're relaxing. So we buy puts there. We bought calls here. What trading platform? I use Interactive Brokers. Okay. And now the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to reset. Okay. We're going to remove the fib. And what we're going to do now is we're going to draw the bigger fib. So this is what we call the morning leg. Now we're going to draw the bigger fib. High to low. Okay. So we already traded here. We traded here. So what's the next play? Well, this is the bigger leg now. From here to here, this is the bigger leg. And what we're going to do is now when we come back up here in the 618, we're going to do the same thing we did here. Okay, but we're going to use the bigger one now. I'm going to buy puts again right here. And look at this, guys. If this doesn't prove that Fibonacci is the king, nothing else will. Look at how we trade to the 618 retracement, and then we trade all the way down to the 618 extension almost perfectly. Do you understand? This is what we call symmetry. We pull back to the 618 and then we trade to the 618 extension. It does not get any better than that. That is poetry. Okay? So the same thing. We bought puts here. We're scaling out. Okay? So we're scaling out. We're trailing the bars. All right? You can start buying calls on this leg from the 272. Average in on the 50, the 618. You know that you can have a mental stop below the 1 extension, or you know whatever you put in there is going to go to 0. That's fine. But hey, what do we find here? Hello, inside bar. Wow. What about here? What do we find here? Inside bar. So now, when you combine the Fibonacci legs with the inside bars, when you combine the Fibonacci legs with the inside bars, you have a powerful price action pattern. Doesn't get any better than that. So you could have said, okay, you know what? This leg is trading. I'm going to relax. Let's see what happens. It comes down here to the 618. Inside bar, pause. Right on that inside bar, you buy calls. Right on that inside bar, you buy calls. Because you know that this can be the reversal. This is why there's an inside bar. If you don't want to take that inside bar, then guess what? Take this one over here. If you don't want to take that one here, what about this double inside bar right there? And that, my friends, is how you trade like a professional. That is how you trade like a professional. You take calculated risk and you have to think through everything. And that is the accumulation of 6 years of my work. Studying, losing money, back testing, becoming profitable. This is what I've gotten it down to. And SPY is the king when it comes to algorithm trading. It's almost so precise that it's actually just mentally will blow your mind when you actually understand what's happening. And I have people every single day that message me and say, there's one guy that always posts, he's not here in the chat right now, but he's always like, Fibonacci, Trading Wars extensions always work, blah, blah, blah. And there's people that message me every single day. Now that I know the fibs, you've changed my life. You know? And guys, So on the website right here, guys, I'm going to be giving away 2 copies of that book today. We're going to give away 2 copies of that book today. Okay, this is it. Everything that I just taught you is in there. Okay, so I'm going to give away 2 copies of that today. And those people that get the 2 copies will also have 1 month for free in my swing trading room. Margot, Rich, what time frame do you recommend for the strategy? 5 or 15? Both of them are fine. Just whichever one you pick, you have to stick with that over time. Can you share how do you pick high and low for fib extension? You need to study the book because it's called an impulsive leg. You need to there's 2 different ways that I draw them. It's called the morning leg and the afternoon leg. So start with watching my free videos on YouTube about the fibs and then look into getting the book because I literally can't explain it. You need to get an eye for it. Okay? You see like how I looked at that chart? I just saw everything because I just had the experience. Like that's what it takes. The fib technique mainly for indexes are applicable for individual stock. Any instrument with high volume, including crypto, including Bitcoin, all the fun stuff, gold, it works on all of them. And I've tested them all. Hell yeah, brother. So generous. Thank you, brother. Awesome. Insane. Can we take a look at NVIDIA? Yes, we can. Can we look at SPWR? All right. So that is enough for the lessons today. What I'm going to do quickly is we're going to do chart requests from you guys. And what else? We'll do some chart requests and then we'll wrap it up. And I just want to say one more thing to you guys before we look at the chart requests. So basically where I am right now in my life, you guys know I'm a CPA and I have, I do consulting for Fortune 500 companies and all that. And I'm putting in like 65 to 70 hours a week when I really think about it. So you guys can do this. That's my message. If you can't day trade, then swing trade. Okay? Do something. Learn. When you come to this game, take the first year, put it aside and tell yourself, this first year is just going to be for learning. Because when you can learn, when you master this skill, there is no glass ceiling in this industry. I have close friends that make or lose what someone's salary is in one day. They can make or lose $50,000 in one day. I'm not there yet because I came from a background where nothing was given to me, like in terms of like getting money and stuff like that. I didn't have anything, and then I went to school and I got all the student debt and all that stuff. So now I'm starting to like have money, but the first part of my life, and most of you guys are in the same boat, is just you just have to struggle and you have to go through the system, right? So basically what I'm saying is it doesn't matter if you're paper trading, if you're really trading, if you're swing trading, if you're day trading, just start trading. Just be a trader and start to learn and appreciate the game. And just remember, the more time you put into this, the more successful you will be. And just think about it like, okay, I'm going to get a degree in trading is going to take me 1 to 4 years. So I'm going to commit that time to getting better. And if you can believe in that and you can put in the effort, you're going to get there. All right. That's a message I wanted to share because I started this 6 years ago. And the first time I started a trading account, I put $20,000 in a trading account and I lost it all. I lost everything. I lost 20 grand within maybe a month and a half. And I basically was ready to give up at that point. But luckily my wife, she believed in me, and we kept going, and we made all the money back. And you know, but if I had given up right there, it would have been it. You know. All right, guys. So let's look at the chart requests. So let's see what we got here. NVIDIA. So we've been watching NVIDIA for a long time, actually. Let's go to the weekly chart. So NVIDIA, so here's another lesson in trading. It's called as above, so below. So what's happening on that 5-minute chart on SPY is also happening on the weekly chart of NVIDIA. It's literally the same pattern. So you can see it here. We have this impulsive push, and we have the pullback right to the 50,618 zone. And then now we push right through and we trade it to the extensions. This is your typical Fibonacci play. Push, pullback, extension. So what I see here is up in this area in NVIDIA, there are going to be profit takers because there are people that bought here and there are people that bought here. So right here, you see how we already have a little bit of selling? This is the possible reversal zone for NVIDIA. I'm not saying it's going to crash, but it might see some difficulty here. And because usually this zone, between 50 and 618, is going to be where the robots are programmed to sell. So just be careful here. If NVIDIA can hold 707, 704 area here, then it can continue to maybe go sideways for a little bit and then push higher. If it starts to break down these lows, then look for it to pull all the way back, possibly to this previous all-time high at 646. All right, SPWR. So I see a nice inside bar breakout here from 2 weeks ago. So that was a really nice play right there. If you just took the break above that high of that inside bar, you would have already made a few bucks. And now right now, just hanging out, really, because this mid-Bollinger Band is pulling in. This is the 20 EMA. So this can be an area of rejection. So just be careful around here. Okay. What else do we got? Tan Bridge Band says, can I win the book? We'll see, brother. What else do we have here? Someone asked about the scanner. So for the scanner, guys, I'm still finalizing like the scripts properly and stuff, because sometimes I still get errors. So I'll let you guys know when I get there. Okay. So here with Visa, I actually have a trade set up on Visa right here. Okay. So Visa had this beautiful inside bar, inside month, and I have an entry right here, 235.48 to fill me on Visa. And as you can see, it went to 235.44 and my entry was 235.48. So I never actually got filled, which is good because it actually came back down. So I'm really happy that my order was in a good place there. So now if Visa can come back and break through my entry price right there, then I believe that will be a great swing trade. And that's one that is from my private swing trading room. PTWO, working on a beautiful inside week. I like this right here. If we can close inside, I would just bracket the high and the low and look for a play off of that. So we'll talk about this on Sunday Stock Talk, okay? CMI. So I'm going to go through these quickly. So CMI, we had new all-time high. We had a nice double wick rejection. So it looks like we're going to pull back, and then the 20 EMA is going to take some time to pull in. So look for this area right here, 220 to 230 to be an area of support. Roku. So Roku, let's go to the weekly. So I took Roku for a few swing trades here. I got into Roku right here the first time, and then I got into it again up here. So Roku is, it's still consolidating really, but I've already made money on the first play down here. So my stop is at break even on that play right now. And then we'll see how this other one plays out. And basically I already locked in profit. So I'm just willing to just willing to basically let my stop get taken out on the rest of my position if I need to. But definitely be a little bit careful here because you can see there's been a lot of rejection. So right now, Roku is just really trying to trap some people. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Appreciate that. NVAX. So NVAX, nice little pullback here. This is on a fib right here. Let's go high to low. Okay, right there, right up on the 786. So this fib leg is currently trading. Okay, and if this fib leg continues and it breaks this swing low, look for the extensions right here, right around here, 92 and 77 for a possible reversal. Moderna. So we've been in Moderna for a long time. So the first trade we took on Moderna was right here. So we just took that inside bar in the swing trading room. We took that. Entry was 161.55, stop was 150.90, and we've been riding that all the way up now. So I already scaled out multiple times. So you guys see how this says 6. So that means whatever money I put in, I made 6 times that. So if I risk $1,000, I made $6,000 on the last portion, right? So I scaled out. Now my stop loss is break even, and whatever Moderna wants to do, I'm just going to give it room so it can consolidate, hopefully make another leg higher. So I'm very bullish on that, but I've already made money there. Okay. Airbnb. Airbnb is hanging out, just chopping around. I feel like it's going to chop for a little bit more because we had the push from the 886 Fibonacci there. And now it just looks like it's taking a break because this move was a pretty big move, right? What was this move from lows? So yeah, so that was like a 20% move. So I think it's going to cool off a little bit and then look for another leg, either higher or lower. Jaren says, can you look at shop? That's a beautiful play on shop right there. So yeah, so shop looks like it wants to break into new all-time highs. So as long as we don't gap down tomorrow, I think shop will attempt to break that new all-time high. It looks very bullish. As long as we are above this low of 1245.35, we remain bullish. Matthew says inspiration. Thank you, brother. What else? Thank you, everyone. All right. So we have Google. So Google has been one of my most profitable trades of the year. So I took Google back here. You guys see that inside bar on the monthly chart? I took Google right there. I got in at 21.1137, and I've been holding it ever since. So that was a really big play on Google. I'm really bullish on Google. I think it's going to continue to go higher. We had a nice, beautiful inside bar right there on Google. So that one was a nice push up there. Right. So right now it's just continuing to push higher. So as long as it makes higher highs, we continue to be bullish. Okay, we have Wish and pins. Yeah, nice inside bar on Wish. So let this bar close tomorrow, and then we can look at it on Sunday Stock Talk for a trade setup. Really, that's a really nice one there. Pins. Pins looks like we're pulling up to a fib here. Let me take it from high to low. Could see that we broke through the 50. So next up, we have the 618. Look at this area for a possible rejection right there. And then we have CRWD. Yeah, it looks like we want to break into new all-time highs. That looks very bullish there. XPSA. XSPA. Yeah, so normally anything that's like this, like these penny stocks, dollar, whatever, I don't play them because they're just too high risk. So I wouldn't even, if I were you, I wouldn't even try it just because it's just a gamble. AVXL, we looked at this one. We had the pullback to the 786. And since then, we just had this beautiful explosion. This is the power of the fibs right here. So I wouldn't be chasing anything right now, but definitely like if you caught it on the 786 when we called it out, you know, that was the place to be. Okay, BA. So So BA had this nice inside week a few weeks back, that pop. We're testing the 20 EMA, so it looks like, you know, we can definitely put in a pivot here and start to reverse again, similar to what we did over here. So let's just see how it closes on the week. Okay. PLTR. PLTR doing its thing. I want to see how it closes on the week because that stock is very tricky. ASO. So this is a beautiful squeeze. We have the first big bearish bar. So how I would play this bar is just use like a opening range breakout. So if it breaks the low short, if it breaks the high, go long. That's how I would play that. KMX. Did I look at this? RMAX. Looks like we're sitting on a fib here. Yep, beautiful. So we're holding the 50 right now. This is definitely a good area to attempt to go long and, you know, have a tight stop. If it doesn't work, then just move on. Target. Yeah, target, bullish as hell. I wish I got in on that inside bar. But otherwise, if I'm already in it, I'll be chilling. But I don't like to chase stocks that are at all-time highs. That's never a good idea. AMC. So AMC, so this is what I was talking about on my analysis. We had a nice inside week last week, and you see how we broke out and we pushed above. So that's good for a little scalp at least. On the daily chart, we had a beautiful inside bar here that had a huge pop. So, you know, AMC is really still hanging around bullish, but there are these wicks now. So there are shorts in the market. So just be careful. All right. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll be able to get to all the requests. Actually, let me try really quickly. So let me do these really quickly, okay? So, but we'll do more requests on Sunday Stock Talk, okay? So every week I do Sunday Stock Talk at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we can go through more of your requests there. So Baba, we had this Fibonacci leg drawn, and I still think Baba can actually come back and tag these levels. If it's going to turn around, it needs to break 222.72 in order to confirm. Square. I'm in Square right here. I entered Square at 226.50, stopped 208.62. So I got in Square over this breakout right here, and I'm long. And so far, it's been going well. So DDD. Nice inside bar last week. We had the follow through, so that's a winner. If we can break back above 31.67, that would be extremely bullish. That's what we call a false breakout. Right here, same thing. Exact same thing. LMND. LMND, I want to see the close of this week before we look at the next steps because it's definitely in a major pivot hanging around here. This is a fit for sure. So right there on the 382. So be careful over here. All right. So the last one, Geo. Nice inside week. So let this inside week close, and then we can take a look at it again. But yeah, guys, this is my most viewers. Yep, I usually get about 30 or 35 viewers. So today we went over 100, and as promised, I'm gonna pick 2 people for winning a new copy of my brand new book. And also 2 months free, so 1 month each in the private swing trading room. I'm really like exhausted. I've been just going really hard for the last week, so I'm gonna get some rest. I gotta get back into the office tomorrow and do some more shit. So I'm gonna get that done, and then I'll see you guys next time on Sunday Stock Talk. So I normally don't do YouTube during the week. I usually do it on the weekend, but because we broke 10K followers, I really wanted to give back something to you guys today. So I really hope that you guys got some value, and I really did share my secrets today. You know, like the stuff that I took 6 years of my life to learn, and I lost my own money to really learn that, guys. I really lost my own money. I lost 20K, 30K to learn what I'm teaching you. So please appreciate it and respect it, because I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I do. Don't do it. Just learn, okay? All right, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate every single one of you who donated today. You guys that really helps me out a lot. It really gives me the motivation to keep coming and giving you guys free content. You know, I really appreciate that. So thank you very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you on Sunday.